What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to a very special Action Sunday review, okay? As you guys can guess by the opening graphic, I'm reviewing Zero Dark 30. Yes, it's been on my watch list for some time, and I finally decided to watch it. As of how appropriate, I don't know if you guys knew about this, you do realize yesterday marks the 9th anniversary of the killing of Osama bin Laden, or as we call it, Operation Geronimo. So how appropriate that I review this movie around this time. So in a way, it's kind of fun and perfect timing on my part. So why the heck not? So I finally decided to sit down and watch this award-winning movie, and of course, I see why this movie won all the awards and accolades it did. And of course, I'm going to say this right now, it is very, very good. And of course, I know what you're thinking. Wait, technically, this doesn't feel like an action movie. Well, here's the thing. What are the subgenres of an action? You got action comedy, you got action horror, you got war, you got western, you got all these are good ones. So technically, even though this is a war thriller, it's technically an action movie. And of course, even though the action doesn't spill much until the last act, but still, I want to talk about it because it is a very good, phenomenal movie. And that's pretty much all you gotta say is if you guys mention Zero Dark 30, people will say, "Oh my goodness, Catherine Bigelow is the queen of making like good war dramas or something like that." Hello, she won the Oscar for the Hurt Locker. So yeah, of course along comes this. And of course, what's interesting enough, I did some little research into this, was that originally the script was going to be a little different, but of course, since the killing of Osama bin Laden happened, they decided to get this, throw away the original script and start anew. And I was like, wow, talk about gutsy. I'm like, and kind of sacrilege. I'm like, you worked on a script that long, then all of a sudden you realize, you know what? Let's change up everything. Let's just throw everything out the trash and start anew. So that takes balls to do. And what they did, they went back to the drawing board, wrote a good story, got a great cast, and like, wow. Yes, this is incredible. But of course, I know this is, even though it's a dramatization of actual events. At least they borrow some of the actual events that happened. You know, it's the war on terror, and what they did was it was so good that literally, I'm going to say this right now. Just watching that montage behind me, it feels like I'm drawn into it. I'm drawn to this world because it's something that we all grew up with in our lifetime. We all know what happened. You know, 9/11. That's the catalyst to start all. Also, it was not an inside job. So anyway, then we go from that to essentially, you know, CIA. We got all the war on terrorists, the Operation Iraqi Freedom, all that. And then of course, all the other crazy things that happen. So essentially, most of this movie is like vaguely familiar that we all know, and like, it's just scary to think about. Like, they were able to pull something together into this. But one thing that, okay, I'm going to admit this right now, I did not like, which kind of left me a bad taste in my mouth, was the London bombing recreation. I was like, wow, well, kind of tame, because I remember watching television the day of the London bombings, and it was a terrible one. And of course, by television, I mean the infamous SmackDown taping with Muhammad Hassan. And if you want me to talk more about that, I'd rather talk about that on a podcast than in front of a camera, all right? But anyway, back to the movie. Amazing work. Jessica Chastain is fantastic. Okay, I think I talked about this back in my Martian review, like how well Jessica Chastain is as an actress. And of course, even though she can, how can I say it? She takes a role, runs with it, and just puts her own spin on it, and makes this character be a very strong female hero. And of course, I'm going to say this right now. I like strong female heroes. Okay, in good ways than other. I'm not trying to be misogynistic or sexist. I'm just saying the great strong female leads are incredible, and I love that. Okay, and the fact that that obviously the names have been changed, you know, for this movie, because hello, there was an actual CIA agent on the ground in the Operation Geronimo. Well, of course, obviously they changed the name. You know, you get my point, but it's just incredible. Of course, I love the cast. Okay, besides her, I guess Jason Clarke, a great job in that movie. Also, I am surprised by the other people that were in this movie. James Gandolfini was in this movie. I forgot forgot he played the CIA director, and no, it's not supposed to be Comey. No, it's just the CIA director. And of course, there was a funny ass moment in this movie that made me just go. I count where the director goes, "Who the hell are you?" And she goes, I'm the fucking fucker that found him. And everyone's like, whoa, hello. And that right there kind of puts over this whole dynamic between her and him. There's like a whole bunch of good things I could probably talk about till I'm blue in the face. But I see why Catherine Bigelow made this an Oscar winner, an award winner, and like everything, it's the perfect formula. And like I said, most of this movie is just something that we all know, and something that made us cheering by the end, because we all know how it was. And of course, I love there's a one line during the final raid is, "Do you have any idea who you just shot?" And of course, I love that. And of course, another guy says, "I shot the guy on the third floor." Well, yeah, we know. Well, of course, I love that they don't mention the guy's name, but of course, to us, the audience, we know who it is. And overall, it's a phenomenal movie. If anybody's never seen this Oscar award-winning movie, I suggest you find this movie right now. You'll be absolutely impressed. Even though there'll be some moments you'll be on eggshells, because it's something that you've been all vaguely familiar with. You all grew up with. You know the deal. But in the end, you'll be happy. You'll be cheering. It's one of those feel-good movies, kind of like The Hurt Locker. But of course, that's all story for another day. I might review that further down the line. All right. So overall, I'm gonna give Zero Dark 30 a freaking 9 out of 10. That is as best as I'm gonna give it, because it is a freaking Oscar-worthy movie. Okay, enough said there. That does for today. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up this video. Subscribe to my channel, Steve, for some more awesome, exciting videos.